when you think about what happened last year and you have the benefit of hindsight months later, right? How do you think that you guys handled last season and what maybe it could have been done better in your eyes with the benefit of hindsight that you guys have? Because your mission was to let the culture figure it out, and the culture didn't figure that out. So what do you think you guys could have done better in that situation? And in hindsight, how do you think it could have played out if you could have done it over again?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like, you know, maybe more of I don't know. We had I can't even tell you how many conversations we had, training camp when the incident happened to the beginning of the season when, you're trying to make sure everybody's on the same page in terms of expectations on a daily basis of how you deal with, personal relationships, how you try to be professional when it comes to the job that we're all here to do. Dealing with some of the uncomfortable nature of the remnants of that situation, because we always talked about it between JP and Draymond, being able to try to rectify the situation, have the necessary conversations from a coach up front office standpoint. Like, I'm sure you could argue about should there have been a suspension or not, and it's like we had so many conversations and so many kind of back and forth in that moment of what the right course of action was, and there were a lot of variables that you had to take into play. So I feel like there's no regret there. It's just a matter of like it was an unfortunate situation that everybody was put in, and at the end of the day, we felt like time would heal, some of those wounds in the sense of allowing us to just be, somewhat understanding of like when we're on the court, we're here to hoop, and honestly, that's how it should be in the first place. We'd love to have deeper relationships and friendships and ability to let that expand off the court. But at a bare minimum, there's trust that we're all here to add value to the team. And I felt like we had bright spots, but we just couldn't sustain it. And arguably, if you think about it, long-winded way of saying this, if you think about it in the playoffs, it's a tough matchup with LA, but a couple games here and there where I'm not everybody individually levels up their game and plays to the level that we should. It's a different story. It's just that's how basketball goes, right? Like if everybody plays their best, or in each game in the series, the team that usually has guys play at or above their level is probably going to win. And that's why everybody watches. That's the unpredictable nature of the game. We were just on the wrong side of it this year, which then illuminated all the other issues that we had throughout the year. So it'll be interesting for us to have a fresh start and regain the culture that we've established over this last decade.